That we don't live on a flat earth is obvious for people that works with things that are dependent on knowledge about the horizon. Sailors, pilots, land surveyors, and so on. We all see the horizon every day at work, the effect of the horizon. But fools like Nathan Oakley claims that we use flat earth measurements and that tools like the earth curve calculator is fake. Today I will use my own professional experience to try to explain why he's so damn wrong.
The begging the question, proof of nothing perspective hijacking Earth curve calculator is a game that we play where the measurements of Earth inputted into the calculator are ignored after they've been punched in. They're just treated as values used as a means to an end. The end being arguing about where Earth curve should reside below surface level, which is measured for your height perpendicular with respect to it. That's altitude with respect to sea level, and your horizontal linear flat Earth measurement of distance that also gets punched into it for your prerequisite requirement for parallel eye level, also utilised and labelled in the begging the question, proof of nothing perspective hijacking Earth curve calculator.
And there we have almost 50 seconds of word salad. If you need to know the distance to the horizon in your line of work, you also know that Nathan knows nothing about this subject. Let me give an example. This is a US military report from 1946. It was classified, but now it's unclassified. It's about military airborne radar systems. So, do they mention the radar horizon? Let's have a look. Of course they do, because it's important. Let's zoom in. So when this document was made, it was not for the public. It was strictly for military use. So why would they lie about this? Knowing a radar's limitations is crucial for military use. That must be obvious even for a flat earther. Out at sea, I have made my own experiments many times. I looked at the chart and seen that you have an island at a given distance, and then I calculate when it will be possible for me to see it on the radar. And the calculations is very correct every time. The fool you see on the screen now, Nathan Oakley, haven't many. The fool that you see on the screen right now, Nathan Oakley, have never done his own observations. He have done no experiments. He's sitting there in his chair, in his room, surrounded by microphones, and think he knows it all. But in reality, it's only rubbish what he's talking about.
So as I'm writing that, not that sentence, but the sentiment about the Earth curve calculator and its use back in the day with Anthony Riley, I'm constantly reminding my soon-to-be reading audience member who buys the book and reads about this stuff how embarrassing it is to reflect upon us not noticing. And in the pre-show we were discussing exactly that, how cognitively expensive this argument has been made in the mind's eye of anybody who comes across it. There's a shortcut that seems to be required so that you don't have to spend huge amounts of mental energy figuring out how the curve calculator functions. And seeing somebody else tell you that it's science, we've figured it out already, it's definitely ball-shaped. You can go, all right, you figured it out, it's science, therefore empirical, therefore we already know Earth's a ball, and this maths that I don't really understand proves that, does it? Yes, sir.
And where is Nathan's evidence that what you get when you use a curve calculator that corresponds with reality? How do you explain that on a flat Earth? He can't.
Now watch flat earthers and anti-flat earthers argue about how far the geometric sphere edge horizon should be. All designed for one purpose: to get you, and me in this instance, self-referenced in the book, to whistle past how flat Earth gets measured, with horizontal distance, perpendicular height of eye level above sea level. That's what it's designed to do. Make you ignore that before you do anything, you're required to measure Earth flat 3 different ways. But if you can ignore all of those facts, you can argue about where the geometric physical sphere edge horizon might reside below the surface level. So that's the point. Now, 10 or 11 years into the discussion, we can highlight this with exceptional consistency and clarity. And it is a very simple argument once you understand it. Further to that, you realise there was no argument. If both sides are utilising prerequisites that only exist on a flat Earth for the measurements thereof, you don't need to argue about anything. Earth's being measured flat by everyone, in all circumstances, and without exception. Earth is flat. That's how it's measured.
And
we checked.
Haven't. None of them have done that. You haven't done the calculations, you haven't done the measurements, you have done nothing to prove those statements. Let's have a look at some examples.
Nathan Oakley. I'm at the Coastal Artillery facility in Sweden. Behind me you see a 15.2 centimeters coastal artillery. And this facility uses radar and laser to target the ships. Both of those systems are depending on knowledge about the distance to horizon. And to fire this artillery, you need to calculate, for instance, for Coriolis effects. So, Nathan, you don't know anything about reality. Behind me, you have reality, where knowledge about the curvature of Earth is important for survival.
When I filmed this, I was standing at the height of 128 meters, and the main radar on this facility is a bit lower in the terrain to being covered. It's at the height of 107 meters. This facility is very big. There are 3 cannons they are separated by hundreds of meters. And if you look at the cannon, it's no windows on it. Artillery is fired ballistically, so you don't aim straight to the target. In the top of this cannon, 7 soldier reserves. They are loading the cannons and they adjust it so they will fire in the correct direction. The radar and the laser, the information from those goes to fire control, who's calculate how to adjust the cannon. So what calculations do they have to do? First, the speed and the heading of the ship, because if you fire these cannons, for instance, 15,000 meters, it takes roughly 30 seconds for the shell to reach the target. Second one you have to calculate with is the weather, wind speed, humidity, temperature, and so on. And then we have the flat Earth killer, the Coriolis effect. So to be able to hit a target with this type of long-range weapons, you have to do all of those calculations, which disproves the flat Earth. And if you look at the manuals, the instructions for using them, they mention Coriolis. They teach the soldiers how to calculate for Coriolis. This is the reality. And be able to calculate the limitations of the radar is crucial. You have to know where you have the radar horizon. And why is that? You must be able to know how far away you can spot enemy ships. In modern warfare, the radar horizon is used by planes, by ships, by missiles and so on, so they will not be detected. But according to this fool, all measurements are made on a flat Earth, and Earth calculations, Earth curvature calculations is hoax. It's not real. In reality, where the rest of us lives, the curvature is not a theory, it's a fact. Nathan Oakley had no experience, no knowledge, and not the brain to understand that we live on a globe. That was all I had for you today. Hope you liked it. I will be back soon. Bye.